I'm trying to gather the facts of life about managing time in my software, in UNIX and in PHP. I have set the time zones for both UNIX and PHP to New York, America, or America, New York. I've done this in both the production and the development servers. So right now, anytime I ask one of my computers what time it is, it tells me the time that's the same time on my phone sitting here in Baltimore, Maryland. I'm taking the course lynda.com, PHP Date and Time Essential Training with David Powers. So that's where things stand right now. Let's get one thing straight, and that's the definition of UTC. UTC is Universal Time Coordinated. UTC Time and GMT time are both, in terms of what time it is, they're both the same thing. However, GMT is a time zone and UTC is a time standard. Here's another thing. Neither UTC nor GMT ever change for daylight savings time. The UTC time does not depend on where I am standing on the earth. If I ask Google, what is the UTC time, for example, it tells me it is 5:41 p.m. right now. What that means is in the Greenwich Mean Time zone, the time right now is 5:41. For example, right now in Baltimore, Maryland, the time is 1:43, whereas the UTC time is 5:43. If I ask Google, what is my time zone in Baltimore? The answer is Eastern Time Zone, UTC minus 5 hours. So what happens in Baltimore if we change our clocks for daylight savings time? This subject is tackled on this webpage. There is something called Eastern Daylight Time, and there's something called Eastern Daylight Savings Time. Eastern Daylight Time is 4 hours behind Coordinated Universal Time. So therefore, in Baltimore, during some parts of the year, we are using EDT, and during other times of the year, we are using EDST. EDST is 5 hours behind UTC. EDT is 4 hours behind UTC. Is UNIX time on my server? Is it UTC time? The answer is yes. Wikipedia says UNIX time is a system for describing instants in time, defined as the number of seconds that have elapsed since 00:00:00 Coordinated Universal Time, which is UTC, Thursday, the 1st of January, 1970. It is used widely in Unix-like and many other operating systems. What this fails to say in this definition is the location. The location is Greenwich, England. The reason it's important to put the location as part of this definition is because when you want to find out what time it is in your time zone, you have to know the difference between your time zone and the time zone in Greenwich, England, the GMT time zone. So as far as the pure UNIX time is concerned, location doesn't make a difference. But when you want to translate that UNIX time to your local time in your place on the face of the earth, and according to the daylight savings time specified by the local government in your area, then the location also becomes significant.